People think the world is falling apart, but a rational man or woman knows the truth. The real civil war isn't out there. It's in here. Not left versus right. Not influencer versus influencer. Not us versus them. It's your mind versus a programming trying to control you and me. You see, a rational person doesn't get hypnotized by the noise. They don't chase chaos. They don't get emotionally dragged into online battles. They step back, they watch the world argue, and then they ask the one question almost no one dares to ask. Why are these people fighting in the first place? The answer is simple, because most people's minds have been hijacked by narratives they didn't choose. They're not thinking, they're reacting. They're defending beliefs that were programmed inside of them. A rational man or woman writes their own script. They don't let the world write it for them.
This is a King Junkie production.
If you study human behavior long enough, you begin to recognize patterns. Two forces are fighting for control of your thoughts. One force wants you emotional, reactive, predictable, dependent, and it makes you miserable. The other force inside of you, that's a part that wants clarity, freedom, truth, and it makes you free. Every meltdown you see on social media, every viral argument, every identity-based insult, it's proof that people are losing themselves. They're running on downloaded software from culture, media, influencers, and institutions. A rational thinker updates their own mental operating system. What no one tells you is that the easiest way to control someone is to control their identity. Tell them, you're one of us. You're against us. You're this label. You're that role. And people lock onto it because identity feels safe, but safety isn't truth. And comfort isn't clarity. Most people are terrified of standing alone, but a rational man or woman embraces it. They don't chase tribes. They don't chase approval. They don't drown in groupthink. They stand on their own thoughts, even when the world demands conformity.
This is a King Junkie production.
Wake up. Before we dive in, hit subscribe. You'll learn how to level up and live like the top 1%. You refuse to let the world script your identity because the moment you bow to their labels, you stop thinking with your own mind. Here's a psychological trick based on behavioral science. People don't defend facts. People defend the identity attached to those facts. If someone controls your identity, they control your decisions, your emotions, your worldview, your entire life.
This is a King Junkie production.
Wake up. Cognitive dissonance is when your brain knows you're lying to yourself, when your identity and your actions don't match. So your mind scrambles to protect your ego instead of fixing the problem. It's like calling yourself disciplined, but you're still hitting snooze, still scrolling, still starting on Monday.
Pathetic.
Your brain feels the clash, so it makes up excuses to keep you comfortable. I had a long day. I'll grind tomorrow. I'm just not motivated right now. The tension you feel, that's your mind exposing you. It's forcing you to pick a side. Either be the man or woman you claim to be, or admit you're performing for the crowd. A rational man or woman doesn't perform. They let consistency speak louder than ego. That's why the world feels divided. It's identity warfare, not intellectual disagreement. A rational mind knows if you don't define yourself, someone else will.
This is a King Junkie production.
Wake up.
Officers are on the scene.
Wake up.
If you're not subscribed to King Junkie View, you probably won't see us again.